Good morning, everyone. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. Let's begin. First up, 2 dead after boat hits buoy on the Piscataqua River. Let's take a listen to the video from WMUR News 9.
Your next career in world-class manufacturing with Pitco Fryolator, a leader in the design and manufacturing of commercial cooking equipment. We offer competitive wages and exceptional benefits packages. Visit us at pitco.com/careers to apply.
This is just a terrible tragedy for everyone involved. The operator was able to maneuver the boat back here to the Elliott boat landing after Marine Patrol says he crashed into a buoy on the New Hampshire side of the river. 2 roses have been placed at the Elliott boat landing, a memorial to the 2 lives lost in a crash nearby.
It was terrible. I mean, nobody wants to hear somebody perishing, especially a situation like that.
According to New Hampshire State Police Marine Patrol, a 59-year-old man was operating a boat on the Piscataqua River with 3 passengers when the boat struck a buoy around 8:15 Saturday night. A female passenger wearing a life jacket was ejected. The operator found her in the water unconscious.
The Piscataqua River is a very challenging area with the tides and the currents.
The Coast Guard also responded to the crash. With the warmer weather comes more activity on the water. They urge boaters to use extra caution.
You can't educate people enough to how dangerous the water is. I mean, it's dangerous, and you've got to pay attention every minute. You just can't drop your guard.
The operator was taken to the hospital for a possible back injury. The 3 passengers were also transported. The 2 females were pronounced dead. The 4th person on board, a male, was ultimately transferred to a Boston hospital.
I mean, God, it just leaves you shocked because that's 2 people, but it probably affected 15 or 20. That lives have changed for them. It's just a sad thing.
An Elliott firefighter who responded to the crash last night placed these roses here this afternoon with his mother. They say they wanted to pay tribute to those involved. Marine Patrol continues to investigate the cause of this crash. They say operator inattention may have been a factor, but they want anyone who may have witnessed this crash to contact them. Reporting live in Elliott, Maine, Siobhan Lopez, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. College student set to graduate ID'd as victim of double shooting. Let's take a listen to the video from WCVB Boston.
Hi, I'm Nancy Kerrigan, 2-time Olympic medalist. Most of my life has been spent in the cold, so I called Revise Energy to perform my Mass Save no-cost home energy assessment. Now when I come home, I'm warm. You should visit Revise Energy and start saving energy today.
And right now at 6, as Boston police continue to investigate a deadly double shooting, we're learning more about one of the victims. One of them, a Salem State University student who was set to graduate college in just a few weeks. Good evening, I'm Nicole Burley.
And I'm Duke Castiglione. News 5's Julie Lonchek is live in Jamaica Plain with how that young man is being remembered tonight. Julie.
Christopher Joyce's family tells me he was about to graduate with a degree in accounting. In fact, he had just packed up his dorm room last Friday. He was headed home when family members say he decided to stop and say hi to some friends here in Jamaica Plain. It proved to be a fatal decision. The 23-year-old was set to graduate from Salem State 2 weeks from last Friday, the day he was gunned down in this Jamaica Plain complex. His family says he was an innocent bystander, someone who stayed away from trouble and encouraged others to do the same. Last Friday, Chris and a man in his 50s, a man said to be a close family friend, were shot and killed here.
The people that murdered him, they didn't realize that they was taking the life of a person that wanted to be somebody and was gonna do something with himself. He wasn't a gangbanger. He wasn't into none of the streets. He was more into education. He wanted to be one of the kids that would set an example.
Earlier today, the mayor and police commissioner stopped by Joyce's Dorchester home to pay their respects to the family and offer any assistance they can. There have been no arrests in this case, and tonight Christopher Joyce's family is pleading, begging for any information.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Family, friends, law enforcement honor Corporal Eugene Cole. Let's take a listen to the video from WMTW News 8 Maine.
From Frank 107.5.
And I'm Holly, and there's over $100,000 in this vault with your name on it.
Listen weekday mornings for your chance to win cash with Frank's $1,000 minute.
The Bank of Frank is open.
Frank 107.5.
It has been an emotional day here for Gene Cole's family, his friends, his co-workers, and fellow officers. They've been coming in and out of the armory here. The visiting hours began at 4 this afternoon. They're continuing for another hour or so tonight. A hearse carrying Corporal Cole's casket made its way from the funeral home to the armory this afternoon, and a somber mood fell over this entire area as the officers carried that casket into the building. Now, neighbors have been posting signs and hanging American flags. Several processions followed, officers on foot. We spoke with a friend who talked about the sacrifices that Corporal Cole made, and the sheriff of Somerset County, who talked about how this has affected him.
Personally, this will haunt me for the rest of my life, to be painfully candid. I lost someone on my watch, and it's a burden.
It's hard to put into words what the community went through here and how we feel about the Cole family and the sacrifice that they made, and again, how much gratitude we have for the sacrifice that they made to protect the community.
Now, the sheriff and the deputy chief at Somerset County asked what they'll miss most about their friend Gene Cole, and here's what they said. His dry sense of humor, his work ethic. He solved so many crimes, they said, because people called him. They tipped him off because they trusted him. That is what they say they will miss most about Gene Cole. We're live in Skowhegan tonight. Jim Keithley, WMTW News 8.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Oil prices are pointing to a worst-case scenario for the Iran nuclear deal. As the world awaits U.S. President Donald Trump's verdict on the 2015 Iran nuclear deal, climbing oil prices show that investors are expecting the worst. Trump coming war on Mueller analysts. With a shake-up with the president's legal team, he is now all in on a new strategy to deal with special counsel Robert Mueller. Fight, delay, Vala E. And that does it for the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your Monday, and I'll see you back here later on today for another newscast. Enjoy the rest of your day, everyone. Goodbye.